All right. Good morning, Noel.
Good morning. How
So
are you?
I'm good. So, like I was talking about, I wanted to have a quick conversation with you, new idea for Stew Redwine and Friends to talk to other professional creators
I love
around
it.
this question of advertising is or what is advertising. So, I read a
hmm
bunch of advertising books. Like right now, I'm working on The Soulful Art of Persuasion by Jason Harris. And this is one I've gone through before, Adland by Mark
Yeah,
Tungate.
heard of that. Yeah.
What I've done as I go through these books is like I'm fascinated by this question of what is advertising or a definition of what advertising is, because you
hmm
get
hmm
different thoughts on it that are definitive, like
Right.
advertising is this, and it's like, no, it's this. It's the top of the egg. No, it's the bottom of the egg, like from Gulliver's
Well,
Travels, like the right way to do something. So I want to read one of them,
sure.
get your reaction, and then maybe we talk for a little bit, but keep it kind of brief and try
Yeah,
that
for
out.
sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. All right, cool. So I'm just going to start out here. We're talking about WPP, Sir Martin Sorrell. Clients want solutions to problems, he says, and they want the benefit of access to as many varied solutions to their problems as possible. At the end of the day, I don't think they care too much about agency brands. So, what I wrote at the top, what I interpreted from that is advertising is a solution to a problem.
hmm
What do you think?
Okay,
What do you
so
think of
that's so
that?
interesting for me because as a voice talent and also a teacher, I one of the techniques that I teach, and I probably got originally from my mentor in New York, was the notion of problem solution. And no surprise, I learned
That's
voiceover in the
awesome.
late 90s. So maybe that's very apropos. I, uh, you know, I think that's still true, right? So that an ad is always a solution to someone's either implicit or explicit problem. Like, do you have a headache? Try Tylenol PM. That's explicit because it's in the ad itself. Whereas like if they just have like a car, the new Volvo SC30, and that's it. The problem is you don't have one. So it's
Right,
implicit,
right.
right? So I think that's a smart way, and also an enduring way to look at what ads are. The question is how that conversation about the problem and solution changes, in my view, according to the fashion of the industry and what people feel. What we were
Yeah,
talking about,
yeah.
like
Well, we were just talking about that.
where are people? What do you want? In the 80s, it's like, get another car. I don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
conspicuous consumption.
right. So
Exactly.
but I think the framework of that problem solution never changes. And if you don't acknowledge that, then you're not having a conversation.
Yeah, I mean spot on, and I think there's like two aspects to it. So you like answered one aspect, I think, of that question or that statement. Advertising is a solution. I think what I was hearing in Sir Martin Sorrell's, I love saying that, Sir Martin Sorrell, his
Yes,
in
might as
his,
well.
yeah, I mean, come on, at that point, he's like, I worked hard for this. So what I heard in that was it's a solution to the client's problems, which
Ah,
is another, yeah,
for
that's
sure.
the whole
You're absolutely
point.
right.
That's the whole point of, like, I think this is a great question, because I think, advertising is what is advertising? It's so many things. It's art, it's science, it's this, it's that. So thinking of it that way, Noel, because you're not, like, you are the frontline artist, you are the voice talent, you are a teacher that is steeped in this, and it's what you've done. You also know that it is an answer, it is a solution, or taking that, I guess, as a prompt. How do you see it as a solution to their business problem? How do you see it as a solution to the client's problems, and how have you seen that manifest in your work?
Well, I mean, I would say because the ad agencies, when I'm online, often, the ad agency is always concerned about what the client is feeling, how the client is responding. And so I've actually taken part in that, trying to be the solution for the client's problem.
Right.
Sometimes because a read isn't going, let's say the ad agency's online, they like my read, but the client doesn't like it. So I've got to negotiate what that is. And ultimately it is to please the client. It's to solve the client's problem. And that I serve in that as well, but I've got to balance the direction between where the ad agency is going and what the
Well,
client.
that's like what we talked about with, what was it, 52 takes later? I think it was. It
Oh
was
my
something
gosh,
like that.
that's hilarious. Yeah,
Yeah, I want it to sound like you said the two notes were like, I want it to sound like a walk in Central Park, or I can't even remember.
Why? I'm seeing red leaves in Central Park, and
Yeah,
like,
just do that. Yeah,
just
so
do that.
yeah,
read.
the solution can be complex, and I think, unpacking this question, what's great is, in this book and in all these other books, I've marked so many places where it's like, advertising is this, it's like our highest cultural achievement. It is, it's sales, it's only sales. So I want to keep talking about this with folks, but thanks for doing the trial run.
No problem.
And yeah, my man, it's always great to talk to you.
Always great to talk to you. And it's great because problem solution is something that pervades any perspective when you talk about ads and the advertising industry, because problem solution, as you say, it's not just about selling stuff. It's about having a conversation, and there's always a problem and solution in that. So
Exactly. All right. Thanks, Noel.
you got it.